In this lesson, we will be talking about using sends and returns in order to use time-based effects in our project. In order to create a time-based effect, we need two parts, the send and the return. When creating a return, we will be using a new track type in Pro Tools called the aux track. There are 9 different track types we can use in Pro Tools, but only a handful you will create on a consistent basis. These tracks can be identified by the track indicator in the mix window. Audio tracks are used for audio. Instrument tracks are used for software instruments. Master faders are used for mix outputs. Folders are used for organization and subgrouping. And aux tracks are used for time-based effects and track routing. In order to create a send, we can use the sends view in the mix or edit window. We can assign up to 10 sends on a single track, similar to inserts. Because I do not have a return track already created, I can create the send and return at the same time. Choose the track that you want to add the effect on, and pick a send selector. These selectors are not in a serial order, so you can use any selector. I want reverb on my snare, so I will click on the selector and choose New Track at the bottom. This will automatically create a new return track with routing, and it's one of the easiest ways to create a new effect. Simply name the track for the effect you are using. Here, I will call this Drum Reverb. Then click Create. You will see a send created on my snare track, which is being routed to a new aux track. Pro Tools automatically uses a bus to route between the tracks, and names it for us to easily locate it later. Next, we need to insert our effect on the new aux track that was created. Here, I will add deverb and choose a setting. Now all we need to do is turn up our send to determine how much reverb I want on the snare. To open the send window, simply click on the send. You will be given a fader in its own window. Let's solo the snare and turn up the send. You may notice there is no reverb being heard, but we can see some signal on the new track we created. This is because our new track is being muted as my snare is soloed. To prevent this from happening, we need to solo safe our new aux track. We can do this by holding Command and clicking on the solo button. You will notice the solo button will be dimmed. Now let's try again to turn up the send and hear some reverb. To control the level of the reverb, always adjust the send level and not the aux track. It's common to want to send multiple tracks to the same reverb. Let's send the kick drum to the same drum reverb. We can click on a send selector on the kick track and choose the drum reverb track that we want to send it to. Then just turn up the send fader. If I want to have the same send with the same level on another track, I can also copy the send over by holding Option and dragging the send to a new track. Let's copy this kick send to the remaining kick tracks and the snare send to the other snares in our session. If you know that you want multiple tracks to be sent to the same effect, you can assign them while creating the new aux track. Let's send the guitar tracks to a delay. First, I will select all 6 guitar tracks. To assign a send to all the tracks at once, we can use the Do to Selected function. To do this, we hold down Shift Option while assigning a new track. Let's name this Guitar Delay and press Create. You can see a send created on all 6 tracks that are now routed to the new delay track. Let's add the Mod Delay 3 plugin and choose a preset. Let's also solo safe this new track. Another way to turn up a send level, especially across multiple tracks, is to use the Expanded Sends view in the Mix window. To view expanded sends, hold down Command and click on the arrow on the left of any send. Now we can adjust multiple sends across these guitar tracks. Let's add some delay. You can use sends and returns for as many effects as you want, including parallel processing. This concludes this lesson.